A hospital corridor, white walls, the hum of machines. A pregnant woman clutches her belly, waiting for her husband who never shows. Then she walks in the other woman. Designer heels, cold smile, poisonous words that turn into violence. One push, one scream, and everything changes. But what they don't know is that her father, a man who built empires from nothing, is about to unleash a storm that will destroy them both. This is a story of betrayal, power, and justice like you've never heard before. Drop a comment and tell us, would you have done the same? The fluorescent lights of St. Mary's Hospital cast long shadows across the waiting room. Claire Morgan sat alone in the corner, 7 months pregnant, scrolling through her phone for the 10th time. Her husband's location showed he was at his office. Again, she touched her belly gently. "It's just us today, little one," she whispered. The automatic doors slid open. The sound of expensive heels clicked against linoleum. Every head turned. Victoria Reed entered like she owned the world. Crimson dress, diamond necklace, a smile that could cut glass. When their eyes met, the air froze. Claire had seen her before in photos her sister sent anonymously. The woman her husband, Marcus, swore was just a business consultant. Victoria's voice dripped with venom. "Still playing the devoted wife, Claire? How exhausting that must be." Claire's hands trembled. "Leave now." Victoria laughed, the kind of laugh designed to humiliate. "Leave? Why should I?" "You got the ring, the name, the house, but we both know who he really wants." She stepped closer, perfume poisoning the space between them. "You're just the inconvenient obligation. I'm his future." "You don't know anything about us," Claire said, voice cracking. "I know enough." Victoria's purse swung deliberately against Claire's knee. Then in one swift motion, she shoved Claire's shoulder, hard, time fractured. The chair scraped. Claire fell backward. Pain exploded across her abdomen. The cry that tore from her throat silenced the room. Nurses screamed. Someone hit the alarm. Security was called. Victoria stumbled back, her face draining of color. "It was an accident," she whispered, but her eyes told a different story. A silver bracelet slipped from her wrist, rolling under a chair. The initials VR glinted in the harsh light. By the time security arrived, Victoria was gone. Only the echo of her heels remained. Claire lay on the gurney, clutching her belly, tears streaming. "My baby," she gasped. "Please, not my baby." Across the city, inside the glass tower of Morgan Enterprises, Richard Morgan stood by the window. His assistant burst in, tablet shaking in her hands. "Sir, it's Claire. She's at St. Mary's. There's been an incident." Richard's world stopped. The man who negotiated billion-dollar deals couldn't move. Then something inside him hardened, cold, focused, lethal. "Get my car, now." Rain began to fall as his Mercedes tore through Manhattan traffic. The message on his phone burned into his vision. "Your daughter has been admitted. Condition critical." He'd lost his wife to cancer 3 years ago. He would not lose his daughter. At the hospital, nurses parted as he approached. Through the glass of ICU room 4, he saw her, pale, fragile, surrounded by machines. The beeping monitor was the only proof she was still alive. A doctor approached. "Mr. Morgan, she's stable. The baby's heartbeat is strong, but we need to monitor closely." "Who did this?" Richard's voice was ice. "Security is reviewing footage. A woman attacked her." Richard's assistant appeared with an iPad. "Sir, they found this at the scene." She showed him a photo of the bracelet. The initials VR, Victoria Reed, Marcus's PR director. The mistress his daughter pretended not to know about. Richard's jaw tightened. "Get me the footage, every angle, every second." 30 minutes later, Richard watched the security video in a dark office. The waiting room, Victoria entering. The venomous exchange, the push, the fall, Claire's scream. He watched it 3 times. Each time his resolve hardened. His assistant entered. "Marcus Cross is downstairs. He's asking to see Claire." "Send him to me first." Marcus arrived in his tailored suit, hair perfectly styled, face painted with false concern. "Mr. Morgan, I came as soon as... You came 2 hours late." Richard's voice could freeze fire. 2 hours after 12 missed calls, while your mistress tried to kill my daughter." Marcus's composure cracked. "That's not Tor, I would never." "Don't." Richard stepped closer. I've seen the footage. Your mistress attacked my pregnant daughter in a hospital. Your company paid her $75,003 days ago. For what, Marcus? To destroy evidence, to silence witnesses. The color drained from Marcus's face. You built your career on my name, Richard continued, voice dropping to a whisper. You married my daughter for her connections, and you brought a snake into our family. Now you'll watch everything collapse. Please, Marcus stammered. Think about Claire, think about your grandchild. I am thinking about them, that's why you're done. Richard handed him a folder. Inside, notice of partnership termination, Morgan Enterprises, effective immediately. You can't. I already did. Your investors will know by morning, so will the press. Marcus's hands shook. You're destroying me. No, Richard said coldly. You destroyed yourself. I'm just making sure everyone knows it. Richard didn't wait for public opinion. He went to war. Within 24 hours, his legal team had compiled everything. Financial records showing Marcus's payments to Victoria, encrypted messages planning media campaigns, falsified consulting contracts. The web of deception was complete. His cyber team traced Victoria's social media campaign, a coordinated attack to paint Claire as an unstable wife, while positioning Victoria as the real victim. Richard called the press. Every major outlet, and he gave them something they couldn't resist, the truth. The security footage went viral within hours. Millions watched Victoria's cruel smile, the deliberate push, Claire's fall. The audio recording followed, Victoria's own voice admitting everything. Her sponsors dropped her. Her PR firm collapsed. Her perfect life shattered in real time. Marcus's business partners abandoned ship. Investors demanded refunds. His empire, built on lies and his father-in-law's name, crumbled to dust. 3 months later, Claire walked into New York County Court, her baby bump now undeniable. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions, but she walked with her head high, her father beside her. Inside, Victoria sat at the defense table, hair dull, face hollow, the shine gone from her eyes. The prosecutor presented the evidence methodically. The footage, the audio, the financial records, the witness testimonies. When it was Claire's turn to speak, she stood slowly. Her voice was quiet but firm. I didn't come here for revenge. I came because no woman should fear for her life in a hospital. No one should believe that beauty and ambition excuse cruelty. I came for my son so he'll grow up knowing that truth matters more than power. The courtroom was silent. The jury deliberated for 90 minutes. Guilty of assault, guilty of endangerment. Victoria was sentenced to 18 months. Marcus was ordered to pay $3 million in restitution and barred from using the Morgan name. A month later, Claire stood in her father's penthouse, her newborn son, Ethan Richard Morgan, sleeping in her arms. The city lights sparkled below like hope scattered across darkness. Richard approached, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. Your mother would be proud. Claire smiled through tears. We did it, Dad. We survived. You did more than survive, he said softly. You taught him, he gestured to his grandson. That strength isn't silence. It's standing up when everything tells you to fall. Outside, the sun rose over Manhattan. A new day, a new beginning. Justice had been served, but more than that, love had won. If this story touched your heart, if you believe that justice should protect the innocent and hold the powerful accountable, then do 2 things. Hit that like button so this message reaches someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment telling us, where are you watching from, and have you ever had to fight for what was right when the world told you to stay silent? Your story matters. Your voice matters. And together we can make sure no one fights alone. See you in the next one. Stay strong.